So we all know what happened this week. We all know what happened with Charlie Kirk. And I'm not here to break down the politics of the situation. I want to kind of talk about what stood out to me more. Something that I think is bigger. And that's the lack of empathy in how people are engaging online. Now, moments like this, they show us something important. Tech has given us the tools to be able to react to anything instantly, but not the tools to understand each other. I want you to actually think about this. Platforms, they're built to amplify outrage, conflict, and people's strong emotions. Because at the end of the day, that's what gets people to keep on freaking clicking, right? But here's the cost. Empathy doesn't trend, and algorithms don't reward reflection. So more or less, you could say we're being trained to react and not to reflect. And when you look at the reactions around the situation, it's a mirror. It's not just about Charlie Kirk. It's about us. And it's about how we've let technology shape the way we see or we don't see each other. I was thinking on this, and if this is what social media does today, what's going to happen with the technologies coming tomorrow? Think augmented reality. Imagine living in a world where every interaction is going to be layered with just a bunch of data and filters all over the place. Will that help us step into each other's perspectives? Or is it just going to trap us into these deep echo chambers even further? And you also have to think about deepfakes and simulation tech. Because on the one hand, you could literally walk in someone else's shoes. And that could spark the deepest empathy that we've ever known. But it could also be twisted, just like everything else, to manipulate emotions and make it harder to trust what's real. They're building emotional AI now, and they're building it to systems that can read tone, expressions, and even stress levels. Sounds helpful, right? But here's the question. Does it teach us to be more empathetic, or do we just end up outsourcing empathy to the machines? So yeah, this whole Charlie Kirk situation, it's really messy. But the bigger picture is this. If empathy already struggles to survive in today's tech, and it does, in its ecosystem, what's going to happen when technology gets even more powerful, when it's more immersive and more woven into our lives? The future isn't just about faster devices or smarter algorithms. It's about whether empathy is built in or it's just left behind. So here's the real talk. We can't wait for tech companies or politicians to solve all of this for us. But at the end of the day, empathy isn't something you can download. It's a practice. And if we don't bring it into the future ourselves, the tools that we're building now are only going to make us better at reacting and probably a lot worse at connecting with each other. This is the kind of conversation I have here on Real Talk. We talk about technology and how it's changing the way we interact with each other. So if that's your vibe and you want to think deeper about the future we're building, hit that subscribe button. Because the more of us that think about this stuff, the better chance we have at keeping humanity in the tech that's coming next. Thanks for watching. Peace.